Hi, I'm Subhash, and today I want to walk you through my HSBC case study. Before I get into it, this is a self initiated concept work, and I'm not in any way affiliated with HSBC. When I was doing my master's in service design, I was heavily inspired by this book, Good Services, written by Lou Dawn. Lou was the designer behind gov.uk website, which set the benchmark for government digital services across the world. The book was in turn based on legendary industrial designer Dieter Rams and his 10 principles of good design. So I had Rams's principles in mind and I wanted to pressure test them. It's easy to apply less is more to a simple reminders app or a weather app. But what happens when you apply it to a highly regulated data heavy product like HSBC? I chose HSBC not because I use it, but because it represents the ultimate design challenge. How do you make a heavy banking app feel light to use? In this project, I applied each of 10 Rams's principles of good design, to a real problem within the HSBC app. And I'm going to walk you through every single one of them. Just kidding, we'd be here all day. Let's just look at three or four examples. So let's dive into the second principle. Good design is useful. The current HSBC app doesn't have a proper search. Instead, it leans heavily on its AI chat interface for almost everything. The problem is, when a user just wants to find something, they get pulled in and out of the chatbot experience, which completely breaks their momentum. Rather than trying to replace search with chat, my approach was to improve traditional search with smart AI suggestions layered on top. The thinking is simple. Chat is for support, search is for actions. By keeping them separate, we let users get things done quickly without the small talk. Moving on to the fourth principle, good design is understandable. We often focus on the layout and forget about words, but in banking, language is the interface. Right now, the app is filled with internal bank speak terms like FX margin disclosure, inbound transfer, standing instruction mandate, etc. If a user has to Google a term just to understand their own bank account, the design has failed. So, I treated the copy as a design element. I renamed a few of these bank speak terms to plain English. The reason is simple. We stop intimidating the user and start building their confidence. And next, let's have a look at the sixth principle. Good design is honest. This one is especially about the insurance flow. Right now, there's a big red button that says get a quote on the insurance page, but not a single mention of how credit scores will be affected by doing this. In most cases, credit scores won't be affected when getting a first quote, but mentioning that upfront reassures the user to continue with confidence. So I just added one sentence of microcopy right under the button that says, we only use a soft credit check, so your credit score won't be affected. It's a tiny visual change, but a huge psychological one. By being transparent about the catch, we remove the anxiety and likely increase the conversion rate. Now, moving on to the last principle, I want to talk about good design is as little design as possible. I applied this to the payment screen, which is arguably the most important screen in the app. If you look at the current design, it tries to do everything at once. You have pay a bill, pay a person, international transfers, a list of all the payees, all shouting for attention in one screen. This creates choice paralysis. So I simplified it using a simple technique called progressive disclosure. Instead of showing everything up front, I grouped them into three clear buckets: pay and transfer, my payees, and recurring payments. You only see the details when you tap and expand on them. The result is a cleaner and focused interface that reduces the chance of a mistake in a high stakes moment. Ultimately, this project wasn't about making the HSBC app look prettier. It was about making it work better. I've only covered four of the principles in this video, but I've mapped out all 10 in the full case study. Feel free to scroll down and check out the rest. Thank you for watching and have a good one.